Thanks again for coming to Friday's Heroes and Employee of the Week. And today we're actually going to have an ESA award, which, if you remember, for the last several years, we reward our employees for saving taxpayer money through efficiency, stewardship, and accountability. So we're going to do that again today. Today we're going to start off with our Employee of the Week, and it is motor coach operator from ABQ Ride, and we're going to talk about his historic efforts while he was driving his bus. And we always tell our employees, bring your family with you, and we've got several of our employees that did that today, so thank you so much. Roger Martinez is our Employee of the Week, and who's with you today?
It's my wife Sharon and my son Nico.
Sharon and Nico, thank you for coming today to celebrate with your dad and your husband. So on August 13th, while driving on Route number 8, and that's the Manal route, Roger was headed westbound. At approximately 4:30 p.m., Roger passed I-25 when he noticed a small car that appeared to have some flames near it as he drove past. Roger said he picked up all of his passengers and he continued on his route. It was while he was passing the Clubhouse Inn and Suites that he recognized the same small car had pulled over on the side of the road, and it was belching smoke and flames at that time. So he stopped his bus and he sprinted to the car. Roger saw the driver and asked if he wanted him to use his fire extinguisher that he had with his city vehicle to put out the flames that were quickly taking over the car. When the driver said yes, Roger retrieved the fire extinguisher from his bus and he quickly put out the flames. He then called ABQ Ride Dispatch to report what had happened. As he went to check on the driver, he saw him already on the phone with the police and fire departments, and he appeared to be all right. Roger did what he was trained to do. He paid attention to his surroundings while he was driving. He managed to help this individual remain safe, and possibly many others. And the vehicle could have exploded. It could have caused major damage to the community, possibly even taking a life if Roger had not been there to help put out the fire. So for his heroic actions, Roger Martinez is this week's City of Albuquerque Employee of the Week. So congratulations to you. I'm going to have Bruce Rosieri say a few things as well, and then we've got a few things for you, Roger. So thank you. Bruce?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Roger, family. Won't you notice how polite our employees are? He asked first before you put out the fire. Just shows you the awareness and the generosity and the concern for the public that our drivers have, all the city employees have. So again, congratulations to Roger. Great effort.
Thank you so much. Roger, so we have an Employee of the Week mug that we give to all of our employees of the week. We also have a certification for you that says Employee of the Week, and we have a letter for your personnel file as well. So number one, thanks for doing what you do. I mean, we have each and every year for the past 4 years, we've had increase after increase in ridership with ABQ Ride, and that's due to a couple of things. Bruce and his team are doing a great job making sure that we have the capacity to carry extra passengers. But at the end of the day, it's our drivers and it's those that work out there with our community that get people to and from where they need to go, whether that's to the hospital, for medical care, to work, to school. And we have, what was it, our ridership last year? 13?
Just over 13 million.
Just over
boardings.
13 million boardings last year. So it's a testament to you and your colleagues, the great work that you're doing. And
Thank you.
We appreciate your professionalism, in this case, really going above and beyond. So once again, thank you. Appreciate you. So Esequiel and Matthew, why don't you come up? And bring your families too. We'd love to see them. You coming up, Chief? Got the whole group today. That's great. So we already talked a little bit about ESA and what that means. That's okay. You can say anything you want. We talked about ESA and what that means, and this is a program that we started at the very beginning of the administration, and we wanted to kind of rebrand this idea that, you don't always have to look at fraud, waste, and abuse from the standpoint of being a punitive situation. So many times, if it's fraud, certainly, if it's abuse, certainly. But we started talking about efficiencies in the city of Albuquerque. We started talking about stewardship of those tax dollars and what we do when people send their hard-earned dollars into us and how we return those services to our community. And then we started talking about accountability. So we tried to put a really positive spin on this aspect. And we're gonna make another ESA award today, but this award today takes us up to almost $22 million. $22 million of savings for taxpayers. because we've had our city employees really get smart about how they spend your resources. And this is a perfect example of that. So today we are recognizing Albuquerque Fire Department Lieutenant Matthew Carpentier, who's here with us, and driver Esequiel Padilla. And who did you bring with you today?
I brought my wife Rhiannon and my baby Aria.
Nice to see you. Hello. Lieutenant Carpentier and driver Padilla are the latest recipients of the City of Albuquerque's Efficiency, Stewardship, and Accountability Award, also known as ESA. The ESA award, as I said, was created to help improve efficiencies at the city. So employees who generate savings for the taxpayers with their ideas receive a bonus for their department, and they can use it in any way they choose. The stewardship and accountability aspect is designed to target and root out wasteful spending, certainly fraud and abuse, but also just really be smart about how we spend taxpayer money. And as I said earlier, to date, we've saved almost $22 million. And a lot of that is recurring, so that will just continue to add up over the years. So Lieutenant Carpentier and driver Padilla have saved the city tens of thousands of dollars by streamlining the Albuquerque Fire Department pharmacy. And if you remember, one of our really early ESA awards was also the two firefighters who looked at this aspect of how to save taxpayer money. The fact is, these ladies and gentlemen at the fire department carry lots of medicines with them. They carry a lot of emergency materials, bandages and other splints and other things. And a lot of these things have expiration dates. So by streaming the pharmacy, these guys have generated a cost savings of $68,468 annually. So that will keep adding up. So 10 years from now, it's over $600,000. Both Lieutenant Carpentier and driver Padilla began working in the AFD Pharmacy in January of 2014. Since their arrival, they've managed to discover new ways to save money for the city. The two took it upon themselves to learn the department's software. It's called the Material Management Information System. We call it iOS by AFD. They called a representative of the software to coach them through all the benefits of using the software program. Once they fully understood what iOS does and what it had to offer, they then used existing equipment to take control of the inventory at the pharmacy, so a similar situation. So they began by scanning the barcodes of EMS medications and EMS equipment. This detailed and well-controlled inventory allowed the department to save more than $68,000 a year. In addition to taking advantage of existing technology and taking control of their inventory, they started looking for better deals. They did what we all do as families. They started shopping. So not only have they saved money when buying products, they're often able to buy better products when they make the purchases. And these purchases dramatically saved money, and they also saved lives. So Lieutenant Carpentier and driver Padilla have streamlined this process, and they've done really well. So the current pharmacy tracking and purchasing system is so good and efficient that during the department's the department had a surprise inspection recently by the New Mexico Board of Pharmacy Inspection Unit. And it was noted by the New Mexico Board of Pharmacy inspection that CABQ, City of Albuquerque Fire Department, currently, quote, has the best ordering, tracking, and accountability system in New Mexico, regardless of the fire department or EMS organization. So that's a tall order, and that should make people feel really good and safe in our community. Most importantly, these annual savings will now allow us to purchase more equipment and save more lives in our community. So when we have these savings, you think about that $22 million, where does that go? It goes back into additional programs in the city to make programs better. In the case of the fire department, to buy additional equipment. As you know, we're turning the fire department we're doing a community paramedicine program. We're doing a lot of things in our community to help people stay out of crisis as best as we can. So those resources are valuable, and we'll put them to wonderful use. So with that, I'm going to have Chief Downey say a few words, and then we're going to give these gentlemen their awards. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor, for continuing to recognize the good work of the firefighters, and to Esequiel and Matt both, just thank you for the work. The pharmacy is very, very important. I mean, 85% of what we do is emergency medical services, and without having the materials and equipment necessary to provide that service, the service wouldn't be as great as it was. And just to sort of put it in perspective, the overall budget for the pharmacy and medical supplies is $325,000, and they found a way to save 20% of that with their efficiencies in the pharmacy. So that's quite an accomplishment, something to be proud of. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So So what we do with ESA is we actually give an award to the departments. Why don't we bring that up here and you guys can just hold it. What we do is we will be awarding AFD. In this case, the award is either 1% of the savings up to $1,000. And so this will be a $685 award to the department. They can take it back and do anything they want with it. They can have a get together. They can buy equipment. They can do. And really, it's up to them because they've really saved a lot of money and they'll continue to save it over the years. And so we appreciate your efforts and just on a day-to-day basis doing what you do to keep us safe. In this case, thanks for saving the taxpayer a lot of money. Thank you again.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. Thanks.